Thinking about mortality was something I think I've lived through for the last 30 years. I had 3 near deaths in the military. I was a parachutist and flew a lot of fighter aircraft. Sometimes where you're like, man, 2 seconds and I'd have died if things had gone a different way.
We're going to talk a little bit about the great care that this family received.
You land, you laugh about it afterwards, but that it would happen this way medically was, pretty shocking. I had 2 heart attacks back in July. I was flatlined for about 20 to 40 minutes, and they resuscitated me, put in a heart pump, and they flew me here because it wasn't looking good.
When Gregg came to St. Francis, he was not doing well. He was having really bad chest pain. I got a phone call from the emergency department after they had got an EKG that showed that he might be having a heart attack. And while I was on the phone talking to the emergency department doctor about what was going on, suddenly, she had to leave and emergently drop the phone because Gregg was having a cardiac arrest. He died in the emergency department. His left anterior descending artery, which is the one that they call the Widowmaker on the TV shows and movies, was completely blocked. That artery supplies almost half of the blood flow to the heart, and so when that blood vessel goes down, people can become immensely sick in cardiogenic shock and can develop ventricular arrhythmias, life-threatening arrhythmias like the one that he suffered. ED team came together and performed CPR and resuscitated him and brought him back. While that was happening, my team and I also activated our Cath Lab so that we could be ready to emergently bring him upstairs so that we could open up any blocked vessels and address the underlying issue.
Heart recovery! A neat thing when you're in an induced coma or heavy sedation, intubation, a lot of different crazy dreams. 90% is probably delirium, but there was one that was extremely clear. I mean, more clear than you and I talking. I met an old person I worked for called Admiral McCraven, a Special Forces Admiral. I was hiking in the Front Range here. He was sitting on a rock, and he told me, he knows what I'm doing today. I love to give Bibles to people in war zones. It gives hope. And he said, stay on mission. When I woke up, Kathy was this close to me, my wife, and she said, God said you haven't completed your mission, so he sent you back to us. There's no way she knew what I was dreaming. So I knew we were going to get through this.
When you suffer a cardiac arrest, if I had to estimate, what Gregg's mortality is walking in the door, there was probably about an 80% chance that he was not going to be able to survive. But he was fighting, and they resuscitated him, and he got back into a normal rhythm, and so we rushed him upstairs to do everything that we could. He recovered and did immensely well. I saw him 6 weeks later with him and his wife and his kids, and I've seen him every few months since that time, and he's just continued to improve and get back into living his regular life.
I've flown some of the highest performing aircraft in the world, so I know what it means to build a pretty high performance team. What I saw in this medical community far surpasses what we do.